Don't worry, Sam, I got it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be talking about the Pinkychu drama today because I think everybody involved in this is cringe. I know I talked about her in the Tectone video and I defended her basically saying, hey, she was involved with an abusive partner, and I still hold true to that. I'm never going to take away that from somebody that was involved in that. I can still criticize this person and I can still criticize the people talking about her, rightfully so. And okay, so essentially what happens is Pinkychu, everybody knows she does OnlyFans, okay? This isn't no secret. And she likes to dress emo and she likes to dress goth. I gotta clarify, like goth shit has existed since like the 1800s, okay? That style has existed for the longest time. It has changed forms in a couple of decades. There's dark themes in like books, movies, different media. It's a lot of this stuff involved, but just read Frankenstein, alright? The original novel, you know what I'm talking about. I know it's fucking 200 pages. Okay, I don't give a shit. Just read the fucking book. What she's doing is just cringe, okay? I think, you know, her OnlyFans stuff, especially a lot of the videos, are incredibly cringe, and I can't really show them out here without getting my ass, you know, in trouble. But a lot of the tweets that got her into a bunch of shit was because she was just posing herself really sexualized, and it's like, who cares, man? It's just like, I think, again, it's a little cringe, a lot of the videos she does, but it's like, who really gives a shit? Videos like these got her into a lot of shit with people, and she's like, you know, OMG, she's not goth, and just me just existing. And she had to make a whole fucking response because a lot of people got mad. One of the pictures is like, it's actually just goth, and it's her responding to some art, and she's dressed in like a McDonald's uniform. Again, I don't know if she's really goth. I think she's just emo. And I know she made a whole response to this, and I'll read it out loud. It says, seeing a lot of hate comments, so let's clear things up. I've been goth since I was 13. Never wanted to share old pics because I know I didn't know as I did my hair or makeup and look cringe low, but yes, a real goth is leading the movement everyone is mad about. And the next one says, grew up extremely religious, Spanish evangelical and Pentecostal, and would get into trouble for my music and clothing all the time. That's why I was so scared to get tattoos and piercings. And yes, I'm a real weeb, haha. It's my 12th birthday, and it's the same year I went to for my first anime convention. Was just a weird goth kid with her manga. Didn't have a lot of friends besides the emos and goths that got bullied, and now I get to be myself now that I'm all grown up. I just wanted to share a little bit about myself. I know all of you see me in the photos, or just see me in the photos. To be honest, I'm just happy I can express myself, make content, and soon you'll be seeing music and other things. And she has to respond to some other people. Someone saying, this tweet and your replies under it are just describing alt style. Nothing you've described has to do anything with being an actual goth. It's just music-based subculture. You're not a goth if you don't listen to goth bands. And she says, I do, so I guess I'm goth. And she's like, Rammstein and System of a Down aren't goth. But hey, I don't know what you actually listen to in your own free time, so I'll just take your word for it. No hate at all, just the usage of goth gets misinterpreted so much online. But yeah, she's right. A lot of it gets misinterpreted, and then you see somebody wearing black and be like, oh, that's goth. And I do think a lot of the people involved in this are cringe, like this Bella person. I'm gonna talk about this tweet first, real quick. It says, what the fuck is this gooner bait shit? Goth used to be about embracing the beauty and darkness, tragic romance, music that gives you the real feels, with a dark edge and physiological appreciation of the beauty of death. Now it's all gooner bait. And look, I get that. I get that that's supposed to be the initial interpretation. But at the same time, like, people tend to be so... Wait, this person's a libertarian. I just fucking realized that. People that say they're libertarian are never libertarian. They're just fucking conservative. They're just trying to edge more into, like, the fucking political shit. I just realized that. Okay, be careful when you fucking see tweets like this. They try to push politics at the end of the day. And I think this tweet is also cringe because she literally has her tongue sticking out in the fucking PFP. Obviously sexualizing herself. And then it says, that's me and my friends, all these people. I think we did a good job of doing those things while also being able to have fun while making content together. And again, I think it's just cringe, okay? Do I think it's fully goth? No, I think it's just emo. Or they try to dress emo and try to dress dark. Again, if they want to be goth, I don't have an issue with it. And if they want to use it for their... I don't think that's inherently wrong. I think it's a little cringe and a little illusory. But then these people get into these fucking tangents and being like, nobody's saying you can't do sex work as a goth. Sex work has been around for ages. What we're saying is don't exploit the label for selfish reasons. Goth has become a category due to misrepresentation from the media, which promotes stereotypes you're encouraging. And it's like, I'll see this shit, and it's like, you say people will talk about like sex work and all this shit, and how you shouldn't like encourage it and stuff, and it's like, I feel like there's so many things bouncing back and forth that you're doing and shit, that it just becomes so convoluted that like I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes their arguments are so like retarded. It's like if they want to use it, they can use it. Okay, I'm not gonna tell like somebody you can't do that. And this person says a subculture that has been made fun of is now just schooner bait. The road has bigger issues, but I'm just tired of everything eventually getting sexualized. Goth used to be about resisting mainstream norms, music, and politics. Goth isn't a fetish. And I totally get, you know, not wanting your shit to be used for fetish shit, right? And I get that, right? You don't want to be, you know, an emo and next thing you know, somebody calls you a goth mommy. That's fucking cringe as shit. But it's like, whatever. And then somebody says, they're literally resisting your society's patriarchal norms. Lol, what the fuck is this pick me shit? And then I see people say that. And it's like, I feel like you're just using words to try to make yourself sound smart. It's like, I see that shit. I'm like, okay, that's, I think you're trying to be too, I am very smart. I think that's too far. And then I saw somebody else be like, now watch the Sims defend whatever this ad is. And it's just her initial video. And I think that's also cringe. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the people try to make themselves sound smart with the use of patriarchal, gooner, dark edge, philosophical. Like they try to make themselves sound smart with words like that. And it's like, I think that's too far. I think that's too far with your argument. I think it's all cringe. I think all these people are cringe. And again, if they want to do it, whatever. I don't give enough of a fuck. I think their content is cringe. You can make fun of it. I don't think it's wrong to make fun of it. But then these people will get mad because you're making fun of people doing sex work. You know what I mean? So it's like you can only do so much. And I think it would be hypocritical of me to be like, oh, you can't use gosh shit to sell your sex work when I'm over here saying the word retard every 2 seconds. I think it's it would be hypocritical of me to do that. Because I would be offended on someone's behalf. When I'm trying to be here saying you can say what you want, pick whatever jokes you want. I can call it out saying it's cringe. But at the same time, I can be like, you know what? If you want to do it, I don't give enough of a fuck, okay? I think what she's doing is cringe. I don't know if it's inherently harmful. You know what I mean? I don't think it's harmful what she's doing. I think she's just putting her tits out, and that's really it. That's how I see it. And I mean, take that for what you will. I don't give enough of a fuck, okay? I just want to talk about this because I think all these people are being like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And like, you know, I come from commentary and I'm so used to people being like, oh, you can't make jokes about this, you can't make jokes about that. And it gets so fucking infuriating when people tell you that enough times. It's like, you know what, just let people do what they want to do as long as it's not actually, you know, putting out something harmful. And what I'm saying isn't inherently harmful. Again, it's just fucking cringe, okay? And it got me to agree with fucking denims, which is something you never want to fucking do in her initial tweet. So yeah, that's what I'm about to talk about, because again, whatever, who gives a fuck? She has her own thing with Tectone II, so it's like, whatever. Alright, that's the end of this video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.